How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Tressa's Collectibles channel. We're here with Game 3 of our Love Live School Idol Festival 2 gameplay block. I'm Randall, aka Shizukatz, and across from the table from me is...
How's it going, guys? Mike here.
And today, one of us is going to be playing Love Live, but not School Idol Festival 2. Mike is playing a Love Live Sunshine deck with some of the new cards available from both the Premium Booster and the SIF2 set, since we didn't really feature any gameplay with the Premium Booster stuff either, right?
Rep. Because that set is not standalone buildable, but now that we have SIF2 out, I think a lot of Sunshine mains in particular will be very happy with the new pool of cards. So today we are going to be featuring one of those Sunshine builds. Our level 1 combo is the new Yoshiko combo, experience 2 during our turn plus 2k. Climax combo at the start of our encore step, experience 2, and our opponent's character facing this is reversed or empty. We can look at up to the top 5 cards of our deck, add up to 1 music character, and then she gets 1500 until the end of our opponent's next turn. Going to our level 3, we also do run a new level 3 combo now. This is a 3-2 Hanamaru that has on play from hand or deck. We can pay 1 and summon another copy of itself from our deck, so we can propagate this and just summon a bunch of Hanamarus, even though we just start with 1 copy in our hand. Climax combo with her choice at the end of attack. I can either heal 1 or pay 2, burn 2. So even though these are new Climax combos, the rest of the deck is actually going to be much of the same old shell. For those old-timers, we are going to be featuring the Trifecta, the Trio, the Three Stooges, the Fearsome, I can only say so many synonyms, but this is the Mirai Ticket package with the 3-2 Chica, Yo, and Rico. First of all, we want to get Rico in clock, and then if we have her in clock, Chica gets -1 level in hand. And then on play, we can pay 1 and summon the Yo from our waiting room. And the Yo is the Nomer, I don't know if that's how we say it, but this is the namesake of Yo Burns, where on attack, we reveal the top card of our deck and burn equals the level of the revealed card. And the Rico is the namesake for Rico effects, which is discard 1 to top check and salvage level extra lower. But this Rico, we get to activate it every turn because she discards a card and rests herself to do that. So this is the entire game plan. At level 2, we clock a Rico, maybe we play another Rico, and then we just spam out Mirai tickets and be very aggressive with huge bodies and burns at the same time.
Okay, on our end, we're going to be playing Shakugan no Shana. This is a deck that we were planning to include as part of our Dengeki Bunko block because of the new support, but just due to lack of time in our schedule, we decided to postpone it and make it a part of the Love Live SIF2 block instead. We're going to be running the level 0 choice combo from the Premium Booster, which is top check 4 at Encore Step, works in front row or back row, and scales in power and level as the game progresses. And then for our level 3, we're going to be playing a finisher this time compared to our previous build where we just played like healers, healers, healers. This is the new level 3 from Dengeki Bunko, which has experience 6 on attack, ditch 2, burn 4, and then if the burn 4 gets cancelled, we get to shuffle a bunch of cards back into our opponent's deck based on the number of other characters we have on stage. We're also going to be playing a couple of other really cool new cards from Dengeki Bunko, which are the 2-0 event from the trial deck and the 1-0 Shana from the booster, and hopefully with these new cards we'll be able to have a really nice game up against your Love Live Sunshine deck.
And those 3 cards are the only cards that we're featuring from Dengeki Bunko for Shana, but those 3 cards really make all the difference and make Shana so much better than what it was when it was just Shana Premium. And obviously, competitive-wise, the key attraction of playing Shana is
the boy,
1-1 Yuji, anti-burn, one-sided anti-burn, so I cannot burn, but Shana can.
I can.
So this is definitely going to be a very interesting matchup because obviously Mirai Ticket starts being really aggressive with their burns at level 2. And Yuji stops it, so we're going to have to fight for board for a while before we actually can get to burning, if at all.
You also have a bouncer in that deck,
but that's level 3, so no, we can only do so much until then.
Yeah, so if I can kill Mike from level 2, that is going to be the goal.
And
so
Shana
that way
does that very well.
He won't be able to use his burns to do a whole lot of nonsense.
All right, there you are.
All right, I'm going first.
Okay.
Let's draw 5 cards. I'm looking for experience. I need level 3s in my level zone for my early play at level 2 and my finisher at level 3. But more important than having experience outright by like keeping level 3s in our opening hand, I think it is definitely more important to just have functional cards to play with. So we will just be dropping a couple of these that we could potentially put in our level zone and just try to draw better cards.
Sure. I pitched 3.
Okay. Oh, double Hanamaru Climax. All right.
All right, your go.
Draw for turn. We're going to start by clocking a level 3 Shana early play. Ideally, we would like to get yellow into our level first in order to consistently utilize our level 0 combo. So hopefully in our damage, we will see a level 3 Shana ending up there at some point. Yellow Shana ending up there at some point. From the cards in our hand, honestly, the best one to play turn 1 is probably the Ricky. Rest assured, I have another one in my hand to play on the follow-up turn, so...
He discarded 2 and played a Riki. He has another one.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll direct with our Shana for 2 and Door. We'll get back the level 3 Wilhelmina.
Sounds good. 2's good.
And over to you.
Draw for turn. Let's clock our 2-1 Rico counter, and... Not bad. Well, we did open our Yoshiko runner, which is really nice.
That's a really good card.
Yeah, it'll also... So, like, it's weird because it kind of deters him from tri-laning, but at the same time, if he tri-lanes, I can prevent him from clean cutting to recur value for his level 0 combo. I think that's it.
Yeah, if you wanted to deter clean cut, you basically have to play only Yoshiko, because if you play another level 0...
Then you can just clean cut that one.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that and go into attack. On attack, I can give her any character 500, so give it to herself. Trigger, choice, unlucky, no target.
That's another red one.
You're good.
Yellow one. No. All right, well, have another red one. Draw 2.
And when your deck gives you red, just keep clocking.
Speaking of clocking, have a Ricky. So we'll use the Ricky.
Surely red this time.
That's not that's not a level 3.
Yeah.
But we will use Shana's effect on play, pay 1, clock the top card of my deck, and search my deck for a level. Oh my god! And get a level 0 or a level 1 or lower character. We will be grabbing our Shana Climax combo. And, you know what?
He's over there pondering something.
I'm pretty sure I misplayed. But...
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looking at my hand, I'm pretty sure I misplayed. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I mean, if I did that, I would only be playing 2 characters. Or I would only be playing 1 character and attacking with 1 character, so I think it's probably fine that I did that anyway.
I wonder what line
I could have blown it up. Pay 1, kill...
oh!
I could have, but at the same time, like, if I do this...
Then you can't Ricky.
Then I can't Ricky, and then if I don't Ricky, then what's my second attacker? Like, what am I even, like,
I think getting your combo is fine. Like, this is just a +1 for me. It's whatever.
It's 1 card. It's just 1 card.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll play our Shana and Alistor Brainstorm. We're not brainstorming it with it yet, but it is a body on our board to utilize with the level 0 Shana. So this is, despite having Dengeki Bunko-esque art, this one actually is from the Extra Booster, or Premium Booster, rather. This card has the effect on play, I can clock a card from my hand in order to look at up to X cards from the top of my deck, add one of them to my hand, where X is the number of my other flame characters, which is 3. So I'm going to go ahead and clock this level 3 Shana, and I'm going to go through the top 3 cards and see if I can find something cool. Okay, we found something cool. I would like to get a Soul Trigger in Waiting Room. Oh, hey, a Soul Trigger. Alright, we'll go one. Okay, I like 2 Soul Trigger. Okay. Okay, we're chilling. Alright, I can't kill that. So I will now go to my attack phase, and you can do whatever you like.
So these don't do anything, right?
They do nothing.
I will mill anyways, because I'm out 2+1.
Alright, so we'll go ahead.
I guess you
I'm gonna side.
Yeah, you were just side anyway.
I'll just side no matter what, yeah. So we'll side with the Shana for 2, and oh hey look, I have Torch.
All right, 2's good.
Okay, and then we'll go with a side attack here for 1.
Cancel.
And then a direct attack here for okay, and I guess we'll
Hey,
stop.
that was for 2 soldiers that you know.
Yep.
All right, 2's good. Level.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I think that climax is stuck there. The bottom one.
I also agree.
I think it's gone.
I think you're not paying 4 for that.
Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna level our Muritica Chica and stand and draw.
So you're leveling the Chica here because you need experience 2 for your combo.
Correct.
And then the plan is just to naturally clock yellow here, or clock something non-yellow and then Ricky yellow, right?
Exactly. Now, there is a consideration as to what I actually clock here. There is merit in most of these situations. I could clock the Brainstorm and Riki to pay out the climax. I could clock the Riki and Brainstorm to pay out the climax. Or I could clock my Ruby and then Riki for Yoshiko. These are all fine options, I would say. Well, I certainly don't think we're getting through the entirety of our deck this turn. Are we? Clock draw 2. Attack 3 times. So let's say we resolve double Yoshiko. And a Hanamaru. And a Brainstorm. I guess we could, huh? I guess that is a line that is potentially open to us. What is that line contingent on? Drawing another copy of Yoshiko or hitting a Brainstorm, which I'm not likely to hit as I'm out 5. If I clock the Ruby Riki, then my play would be to Brainstorm Hanamaru and then play a Ruby and see if any of those would allow me to grab a second Yoshiko. I think I'm clocking Ruby here. I'm not super keen on clocking for turn and also clocking for her effect to go to 1-2. Okay. Well, we need to pay a stock out, so let's start with the Hanamaru Brainstorm and see what happens.
This is the reprint of the Hanamaru Brainstorm from the Extra Booster originally. It was originally Mirai Ticket Hanamaru.
Yep.
And this is the Premium Booster reprint. Only lets you salvage yellow characters for each climax you hit, unfortunately, but it's still a tap self-salvage Brainstorm.
Yeah, and it does get our level in combo at the very least.
Among other things.
Amongst other things. Alright, so we're going to go into Ruby now.
Like that.
We'll pitch this Yo, because we don't need it in our hand. Top check up to 4.
Add any music character.
And grab the Rico.
Rico's a pretty good card. Okay, can I check Winner, please?
Yeah.
So you said you're out 4, and then you probably have 1 in hand. So there's 3 Hanamaru climax and 1 Yoshiko climax. And you're also out 2 Yoshikos in waiting room.
Alright, so things didn't super pan out this turn. My Ruby didn't get me of anything of value this immediate turn, though I did get a Rico, which is nice. And then I missed on the Brainstorm. But that's the line we took, and we have to accept the consequences of it. We're going to play 1 Yoshiko here. And a 1k1.
Okay. Considering that I don't have a way to pay 2 stock next turn if I send this Shana to stock, she has the effect where when my opponent plays a climax, I can send her to stock if I feel like it. But considering that I don't have a good way to pay 2 stock to pay this climax out, I'm just going to not do it, and I'm going to let you swing for less damage.
Yeah, this also just allows you to absorb 1 damage, so instead of potentially taking a 3 or 4, you could just take a 2 or 3. Alright, let's go into attacks, and we'll...
I'm not playing this.
Front, 4-3.
Cancel.
Okay. Front, 4-2.
Why would I play this when I can backline this for 2?
Yep.
Cancel again, huh?
And front, 4-2.
Take 2. I still don't have a yellow level 3. Hello. Alright, well...
It's not a big deal. We'll get there. We'll get there sooner or later.
We'll get one. We'll get one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, start of Encore step. We can resolve Yoshiko's Climax combo if character cross is reverse or empty, and I have experience 2. Top check. Not super useful. I think we'll stop here. Grab the Rico.
Okay. Draw for turn.
Here we go. And she gets 15 until the end of your turn.
Would I rather keep Yuji or clean cut? Honestly, I think I'd rather keep the Yuji. I think I have a different plan in mind for what I plan to do with my front row that doesn't involve using a clean cut. So we'll clock that, draw 2. Alright, or we can just draw a new clean cut. I'm going to start with a brainstorm because we need to pay this out. So we'll brainstorm. For each climax I hit off of this, I get to top check up to 3 cards and add one of them to my hand. I don't think I'll be hitting though. Yep. Okay. So I'm out 4. Kind of. Let's see. So if we attack 3 times, there are 12 cards outside of the bottom 4 of my deck. So I think the plan is probably to not clean cut here and play all this nonsense.
We do love some nonsense.
Oh, I actually... No.
No, we don't like nonsense anymore.
I should play 1 clean cut, but I'm still playing a full board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 1-0 Shana, and then... Okay, just double checking. Okay, so this 1-0 Shana is a new card from Dengeki Bunko. It goes with the new 3-2. She is a reverser, but the level of characters that she can reverse is based on the number of copies of the level 3 Shana in your waiting room. So since I have a level 3 Shana, she is a level 1 reverser. Additionally, on the turn she's placed on stage from my hand, when I reverse the battle opponent, I can pay 1 and look at up to top 4 cards of my deck and add a flame character, or Dengeki Bunko, from among them to my hand and give a character 1000 power. The other cards that we'll be playing on the board are this Shana here, this Shana here, and a clean cut here. And so the idea is I can crash this Shana into the Yoshiko, reverse her, use the effect, and then use the clean cut to put this back to rest.
Perfect.
The swimsuit Shana climax combo is 2000 base, but for each flame character in my level zone, she gets plus 2k power and plus 1 level. So these are both 4k level 1s, and after climax I will be 5k, allowing me to reverse your Ruby as well. So we will play climax and go to attacks. So I'm going to start with my Shana. We will front attack here for 2.
1, 2.
And I will reverse you, and then I will use my effect upon reversing you to top check up to 4. I'll go ahead and add a level 3 Shana to my hand.
Good card.
And then I will give 1k to the clean cut, just to ensure that we are getting things done here. Alright, we will attack with the clean cut next. This is swinging for 5k. Up front for 3.
1, 2. Cancel.
And then with the clean cuts effect, we will rest the Shana bomb. And then finally we will front with the swimsuit Shana. This is going to be for 3 again.
3's good.
Oh, was that a Sunshine player at 1-6? That's crazy. At the start of the Encore step, we will use the Shana's Climax combo. As long as I have 2 or more other flame characters on stage, I can look at up to 4 cards from the top of my deck and choose a flame character from among them and add it to my hand. I am currently out 5 in waiting room, 1 in play, 1 in stock. So I want to go through a bit until I feel comfortable, or until I see the climax. So, so the first Shana will go 1, 2. For the first one, I will go all the way. And from this, I think I will pick up a climax swap here for potential future use. And then the second one, we're going to go slowly. Oh, never mind. No, we're not. We're going all the way.
We're going to go all the way.
We're going all the way. And let's grab another level 1 Shana bomb.
Sure.
And with that, it is over to you. And I am out 7, and you know where the last one is.
All right. Draw for turn. There's a possibility that this turn goes really wrong. This turn is probably not looking so stellar anyways, but if I try to be greedy and stay at 1/6, it could definitely be extremely bad if I whiff the Brainstorm. I have a 33% chance to whiff the Brainstorm. But even if I hit, realistically speaking, there's not much that... The turn is still looking a bit awkward here. What to do? This turn could potentially be super bad. But is clocking worth it? When I'm already this far behind in damage. Clocking doesn't necessarily guarantee that I even have a better turn. Because I could draw that last climax and then unplayable, and I would still kind of just be in the same position as I was before clock. Except I'm at 2-0 now, and I can't refresh well. I'm fairly concerned about the rest of my deck not having playables. So let me double check to see where things are. 33% chance to whiff Brainstorm and only attack once. But if I attack once, I'm technically still refreshing. Not terribly. If I clock and whiff the clock, I think I lose. I'm going to risk the Brainstorm. Hit one, thank God.
So now you could get like a Ruby off this and potentially get a third attacker, right? Would that be the idea, more or less?
I think so.
Okay.
I was considering Ghost combo, but I would rather attack 3 times, I think. I just need to generate the stock. Alright, so we're going to go with Ruby. And play Ruby. On play, we'll pitch the climax. I could just use this to attack. It's honestly not even that bad. But I can't reverse anything, that's the issue.
And then in this scenario, you would get a clean trigger guaranteed, right?
Yes.
And you're out. Are you out 8 right now?
I'm out 8.
Okay.
What's the last card on my deck? I know this is a 3-2 Hanamaru. I don't remember what my second trigger was, which is unfortunate, because I think I'm missing a 3-2 Yo somewhere. No, I have all my Yos. Okay. Chica. In situations like these, you really wish you actually kept track of every single card. You know what? Looking at the last card probably isn't even that bad because if I trigger a choice, I'm actually pretty happy about it. I am refreshing to 2-0 post refresh, so I will have the waiting room for the choice triggers.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I still have a ruby unaccounted for.
A 1-0?
Yeah. Let me check this one. It was Rico. Okay. Yeah, we'll grab the Kana. Refresh it.
Okay.
There you're at. Alright, so after some trials and tribulations, we ended up being in a
position.
It's not the worst, but obviously there's...
It's not unplayable.
It's not unplayable for sure. Terms of things that I can actually kill, it would be these two.
Without tying, that is. Because you could theoretically tie here.
Like, I could tie here. That's just 2k, right?
Yeah.
And this gets 500 on attack, so... I mean, I suppose I would rather kill the level 0, and you can probably just have the bomb. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have a full hand.
Okay, I don't think you care about that then.
Well, you could also theoretically trigger, and then your brainstorm could do brainstorm things.
Correct. I think this configuration is fine.
Okay.
This leaves me with some options here.
Okay.
Alright. Let's start with a frontier.
So this we're tying.
Correct.
Okay.
For 1.
Okay. Oh! Green, yellow! Green level 3! Or yellow level 3! Okay. We have the yellow level 3 in our clock. Okay, we tie.
Alright. I'm gonna side here. I could front to...
Well, if you were gonna front, you should have fronted with this first, right? Because then I could
Right, but I really don't want you to have the combos, though.
Right.
I was hoping I could, like, trigger first, and then I could actually, like, just front everything. But I think we're just gonna side here and then give the power to Kanan. And then maybe we can trigger the Kanan. Yeah. We'll side. And then give 500 to the Kanan. Trigger for 1.
What is giving 500 to the...
The Ruby.
No, I mean, just...
Hmm?
Okay.
What?
Because like, the thing is that, like, the only difference maker would be the trigger, right? If you trigger a climax.
Right.
So, like... I feel like, in theory, what you could have done was... If you were going to side
front.
here...
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I think I was kind of just too focused on just triggering choice, but... I mean, this is what we went with, so...
Okay, this is 1?
Correct.
Okay, take 1.
We're gonna front here. No trigger, but this is for 2.
Take 2.
Alright, Kana has an effect on death where I can look at the top card of my deck and either leave it there or put it on the bottom. We'll put it on the bottom. Alright, here we go.
Alright, stand and draw.
Well, I mean, at the very least, this means that I'll probably cancel next turn. Ideally. This game has been a bit rough.
I'm gonna not clock. We will move the Shana to the front row. And we will now play our Torch Yuji to turn off the burns. Torch Yuji has 2 effects. First of all, if I have 2 or more other flame characters, I cannot be damaged by my opponent's auto abilities, but I can still damage them. And then also assist all of my level 2 or higher characters in front. All of my level 2 or higher characters in front of this card get plus 1000 power, assist. And so because the Shana swimsuit gains power and levels based on the number of flame characters in my level, as soon as I take 1 damage, she is going to become a 7000 power level 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Big girl.
We will proceed to climax phase, where I will play this cool card I just drew. And we will use...
See, now I'm really glad I killed that other support. You can have the clean cut.
Okay, and we'll just go to our attacks at this point.
Sounds good.
So we'll direct attack with the Shana for 3.
Alright, hoping for some cancels. There we go.
We'll direct for 4.
1, 2, 3. Uh-oh.
Well, at least the Rico's in your clock.
I did take 4, though.
And then we will front with the clean cut for 2.
Cancel.
Okay. And then start of Encore step, I'll use the Shana Climax combo to look it up to 4. That's not grabbable. That's grabbable, but does like nothing. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll grab a Shana.
Sounds good. Alright, good.
Yep, we are good.
Turn. No clock. We'll play our 2-1 Rico. And 3-2 Chica. I do have early pick condition with having the 2-1 Rico in my clock zone. And on play I can pay 1 and summon the Mariah ticket Yo here. And then I will activate Rico Startup. I can discard a card and reveal the top card of my deck. So I'm salvaging a level 3 or lower. I want to grab a Yoshiko. So we'll move these. That's going to be 7k.
If I cancel, or if I take it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to be bigger either way if I play 1k1, so.
Because you'll be 7-5 after Climax, yeah.
You definitely don't have 3 Shanas in waiting room to bomb my Yo because they're all in
They're all in my hand,
they're
bro.
all in your hand. Alright, I think that's it. So unfortunately, because he does have the best boy, Yuji, on his board, our Mirror Ticket Yo our burn is rendered null and void.
But they're still huge.
But we are still going to use this to try to push some damage and win board. So let's start with a 1k1.
Yep.
I'm going to front here first, just so we have a bit more of an even damage distribution. So this is for...
So it's like 3-3-3.
3-3-3, yep.
Cancel on 1.
Okay. Front attack with Chica for 4.
Cancel on 1.
And front attack with Yo for 4.
Okay.
This is not going well. Encore step, I will activate Yoshiko.
Yeah. If the character across is reversed or empty, which it is.
2 in waiting room. 3 when I pass the turn. I really want something better though. I think my win condition is just canceling. That's the issue. I'm gonna look at more. I need some better quality. I need to hedge against him killing my mirror tickets.
Oh my god.
When it rains and pours.
Alright,
go for it.
I mean, I'm not even sure how I kill these Mirai ticket stuff.
You definitely can in the early plays and stuff.
I mean, do I really want to early play when I could just compress more? I think I just want to compress more. So we're going to not clock, and we'll brainstorm. And we got nothing. Okay. All right, let's play some cards. So let's start with this level 1 Shana. She has the Rico effect. On play, I will discard a card, reveal the top card of my deck. Okay. Do I have another brainstorm in here? Let's get another brainstorm. And we'll go ahead and brainstorm here. I really want these cards. Please hit 2. Please hit 2. I hit 1. Okay. So we get to top check up to 3 and add one of these to our hand. 1.
Oh, Yoshiko looks at 5.
It would have been a 5th climax. Don't worry about it. All right. So we'll look at 2. I'm going to stop there and add this to my hand and send this to waiting room. And then we'll play these two, I suppose. have a better idea.
Nay.
Nay. My better idea is attacking twice. Because if I don't attack with this, then I have condition. So you
you didn't have something to beat Yoshiko. Okay. Sure.
I do not have anything that directly beats over Yoshiko. Sure. No.
Yeah.
But I do have this this cool one copy of my level 3 in my waiting room that I can use to kill your Yoshiko. So like, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay. So wait, I can't beat her, right? Because these give 1,000. Yeah, I can't kill that. All right.
Okay.
Well, I could kill that, but I'm not going to.
Sure.
This is fine. I'll keep my 3 flame characters on board.
Yeah.
All right. We will front. We have to front with this first because otherwise we will refresh and we don't have this in waiting room anymore. This is going to be for 1. And then how much do I want this extra card? I know for a fact it's not a 2-0 event because they're here, here, and here, and here. So in theory, I could get 1 extra card if I wanted. That being said, if I hit a trigger after refresh, if it's a choice, then I could choice stock from this. If it's a door, I'm just overhand for fun.
For fun.
For fun. I think I want the card. Cards are cool. So we will pay 1 when I reverse you to get this to my hand. We have a City Girl Shana. And I'm refreshing with 6, missing 2 doors.
Okay.
Okay. Refresh points is a choice. And we will level the level 3 Shana. And then we will front here for 1.
One's good.
All right. And then over to you.
Okay. Stand and draw. Alright, well at 2-6 we clearly do not want to disturb our clock situation. Once again, I think the only way we have of winning is canceling.
I think canceling's pretty cool.
So we'll start with the brainstorm. See what happens.
And what's your hand size?
3.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use Rico. Pitch the climax. Reveal top. Oh, God damn. Golly, dude. Why is this so bad? Go with brainstorm. Brainstorm. We just cannot afford to not mill through the rest of our deck here. Search. Grab a yo.
Okay, and then how many out now?
8.
All 8. Okay.
Attack 3 times.
Attacking 3 times is good.
Attack 3 times. Keep Mari, which is a search brainstorm, or Hanamaru, which is a salvage for yellow.
I think that depends on what you think you might want to get later.
I think we're gonna go with the search brainstorm. All of my good level 0 utility
is going back
not
into your
yellow.
deck. Oh, okay.
So we'll get rid of the Hanamaru here, and we'll just attack with a Yoshiko. And that'll have to be it. So let's go ahead and start. We know this is a non-trigger, so let's swing for the 3 here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take 3.
So, if there's at least one glimmer of hope this game, is that I have been refreshing at X6. But despite everything else going wrong, I still have some hope. But it's not looking good, guys. Refresh. Refresh point. Level doesn't matter here then, I think. Alright, next we'll attack with Yoshiko for 3.
Cancel.
And front with Yo. On attack reveal top. Nothing happens. Trigger choice. We'll just grab the counter.
Okay.
That's the Ruby mill bottom counter.
Take 2.
Yeah. Or mill top counter. Sorry. Alright, you go.
Alright, draw for turn. Alright, I think we have to go up.
It's kill turn time.
Yeah, I think we have to. So let's... what is the card I definitely don't need? I definitely don't need this. So we'll clock... No, I definitely need this. Clock draw 2. And then... we have to play Ricky, because that's what lets us go up. So we'll pay 1, clock the top card, level up. We'll level up the least useful card since we already have all of our experience met, and we'll search for a 1 or lower. And we'll grab this probably. Actually, probably this. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this level 0 Wilhelmina.
Okay.
So if Yo is 14.5 after counter, my Shana is 10k, 11k after climax, 12k with Yuji, 13k with Shana and Alistor, and then 14.5 with Wilhelmina, and then 15.5 with Ricky. So I can clear Yo guaranteed. And if I can clear Yo guaranteed and also beat the Yoshiko lane, this means that I will guaranteed have 4 bodies on my next turn. He would have to get the bouncer in order to remove the Yuji itself. And I think I'm pretty safe outside of that. So let me see how many cards are in my deck now. So I have 5. If he... well, he wouldn't mill counter me anymore, I think. Unless... no, he could still mill counter me.
If you're compressed, I totally would.
Yeah.
Mill counter is in my hand is a 3k backup, and when I use the backup, I mill my opponent's top X cards, where X equals the number of my music characters on board, so I can mill 5.
Right. So I need to take that into consideration. So if you did 5 and I attack 3 times, and there's like this random 4 here. Okay. We're going to play a Shana. And not heal because there's nothing to heal. We will play Wilhelmina level 0 that we just got. We're going to use her effect, resting herself, to choose one of my characters, give it 500 times its own level until end of turn. So we'll do 1500 here. And then we will pay 1, sack this, to look at up to 4 cards from the top of the deck for a flame character. And I'll just grab another Shana level 3. And then I will play it. Well, we finally got that out.
Yep.
Alright. So our board will look like this. This just clears here, and then with all of the buffs from all of our other stuff, we can clear the Yo here as well.
Yep. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, 15, 5.
And then we will crash in middle. So, at start of climax phase, I'm going to use Shana and Alistor's effect. If I have Torch Yuji on stage, I give 1k to one of my characters. We'll give it here. And then we'll play 1k1. And we will start with the City Girl. Fronting and giving 1k here if I have experience 2 or more. So this gets an additional 1k. This will be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. So.
Okay. Now we will go in with the Shana. So this is, as we said, 15-5, right? 10k, 11k,
Correct.
12k, 13, 14, 15-5.
Yes.
On attack, I will discard 2 for cost. So we will discard 1 Shana and Alistar and 1 Swimsuit Shana. Burn 4. And then if the 4 was cancelled, we would shuffle back up to X characters from Mike's waiting room into his deck, where X is the number of other flame characters, which in this instance is 4. And this is going to be a front attack for 3 and choice. And off of the choice, I will be grabbing the yellow early play heal.
Okay. How many counters in, or how many climaxes in waiting room right now?
Okay, so 1 here, 2 here, 3 in my waiting room.
So 5 total. Alright, we're going to use the counter. We need to get rid of that compression if we have any hope of winning this game.
So this is 5 from the top.
Yep.
And there's a climax.
Okay.
So
that's 3.
This is for 3.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm still reversed.
Alright. And then we will front attack with the last Shana. And I'll discard these 2.
Burn 4.
Burn 4.
Okay, so
Okay, so I can shuffle back up to 4 cards. Let's throw back some low-level stuff. The Rickies are fine. What is this one? This one's the counter. And I guess the Conans are kind of good, though. They let you manipulate your trigger. I think
Rico?
we probably... Yeah, probably Rico's fine, yeah. So we'll throw back these.
Alright, well I have 3 climaxes left in my deck, so...
It's
Still
possible.
possible. And we are going into his next deck rotation where he is fresh. So if we cancel this, we have a chance. We have a chance. There's always a chance in Weiss Schwarz until the moment you hit level 4. We need him to trigger a climax here.
I need
for us to cancel.
I need to not trigger a climax here. And this is for 3.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, cancel.
Okay.
Alright, so you have 6 in waiting room?
5.
5, 6. Oh my god, do you actually have 2 left?
It's there's 3 choice, 2 gate in my waiting room.
Cards in hand?
3.
Oh, there's no way you wouldn't pitch it. Oh, I'm not 3-stocking these, so nothing to think here. Stand and draw. Is there any hope this game? I need to think of my outs. Well, first of all, I have to kill the Shanas. That's obviously number 1. I can't bounce this Yuji because I triggered a Yoshiko.
The bouncer.
Yeah. I need to refresh this turn, if this is not ending this turn because I'm not 6.
I mean, you triggered it on second attack, right? Theoretically, it is possible to get it.
And it doesn't matter because I have no burners if I play the Yoshiko anyways.
Okay.
It's like I could Eureka and check it. I just don't think that's enough damage. Either way, I think my odds of winning this game have to probably rely on killing you this turn rather than surviving another turn. Because I'm just at 3-4 with this fat waiting room. So we're going to clock Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility that I survive? Oh, there's no shot.
Figure out how many visible?
6.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have to go for a brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
I need to hit. Do not hit. Okay, next step, I need to find my refresher. So I'll play Ruby, discard the Hanamaru.
Like, depending on how badly you want the refresher here, the play would probably be what? To take the brainstorm and then use it, and then if you mill the refresh, regardless of whether or not you hit the brainstorm, you can use the Rico to get it back.
Yeah, and then if I hit, I can salvage the Ruby Akatsuki to grab it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Hanamaru brainstorm.
Right.
And I need to play over this Ruby in case I don't mill anymore. I don't have a one waiting room here.
Mm-hmm.
So brainstorm. We don't hit, but we did get it. So we'll activate Rico now. Discarding a Rico, top check. Salvage Yo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, there's 2 in here. I can't take the refresh point though. I think that would just be suicide. Can we not? Oh. No, I need more climaxes than that, right? But this also means I can't kill both Shanas. It is what it is. I think I just need to, like, quintuple cancel next turn. Alright, we're gonna play the Yo. On play, pay 2, refresh.
Yep. And then how many showing? There was 6 showing? Okay.
6.
Okay. This just cancel forehead angle.
It's my best out. I don't really have anything else going for me. I just don't have the resources to combat your board in a meaningful way to actually go for burns.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So swap a Roo and at least kill something.
Mm-hmm. Hand size?
1.
Okay.
Alright, well these are both outputting the same, and I think he has 1 left in deck, so let's just go with the direct for 2.
Cancel?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm refreshing with 5.
Mm-hmm.
3 choice, 2 door.
Okay.
Refresh.
Right, and then Chico will front, 11-5 for 3.
Cancel.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, this is dead. Draw for turn. Clock. Draw 2. And need to see if I can hit this brainstorm. Brainstorm? We do not. So we have to see if we can hit a trigger. We'll play Shana. And we'll move this guy up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 chances to trigger something for you to get double Shana burns.
Yeah, to increase my chances of hitting a trigger, I'm going to use the Melon Pond event from Dengeki Bunko. This card has 2 effects that I can activate one of. I can either search my deck for a character and add it to my hand, or I can choose one of my characters, get 3k power, and put the event to stock, I'm going to choose to grab a card from the deck, just so I can thin the deck a bit.
Yeah.
And I want to grab a Soul Trigger, so that I don't over-trigger. So we will grab Wilhelmina. Okay, and then start of climax, we will give 1k to this Shana with the Shana and Alistor, and then we will play climax. So we will go... We'll side here first, just to make sure no shenanigans are happening. I'm not 100% sure what that last card was in your hand. I would presume it's... Let's see. Well, the counters you run are free fresh, which you can't use, and a mill counter, which you could use, but is not beneficial for you to use. Okay, I'm just gonna front.
Yeah, there's no reason to side here.
All right, so we'll discard 2, and then burn 4.
4, cancel.
I will shuffle back nothing.
Yep.
And then we will front for 3.
Cancel.
And then we will front.
Don't give me hope game.
For 2. Salvage whatever for 2.
Oh no, you got a trigger. Okay.
Okay, and then we have
Burn
two hand for second combo.
Ooh, that game was torture. That game was actually so painful to play. Ah, man, it was like choosing between 3 paths, and they were all bad. Like there was no good path there, like ever. I think it might have started when I clocked the ruby at 1-1, but at the same time, it would have been difficult for me to like I had so many different lines there, and then I took the one I think that had the best chance of milling a bunch of cards in my deck, but then it was the worst case where I didn't hit Brainstorm, I didn't find another Yoshiko. And then I just had like no hand size after that.
So you only had the 1 Yoshiko to start with, right?
Correct, I had 1 Yoshiko and 2 climaxes. And
this was before you decided to clock the Ricky?
Yeah, when I had Riki, I think I had 1 or 2 climaxes, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 2.
1 Yoshiko, 1 Ruby, and 1 Riki. Those were yellows.
Okay.
I think I was like persuaded to try to go for the line that always allowed me to mill a lot. Because had I hit the Ruby or hit a Brainstorm, I could go for double Yoshiko, and that means I could guarantee level refresh at level 1. Whereas if I went for the Riki, I had no guarantee that I would be able to refresh. And I was so concerned because I was already out so much because I opened 3. That influenced my line, but then it ended up being that while I did refresh at 1, I had like no resources left because I didn't plus. So if I had to go back, maybe I should. I just don't really know how to calculate that. I think I went for a reasonable line, but maybe I should have just rekied for another Yoshiko and just called it a day and just try to prey on the cancels anyways.
Well, like
going through my decks.
Well, how much of that idea was, because I remember you said like you don't necessarily want to clock yourself for turn and then also clock yourself for Ricky.
Right, that was kind of like the icing on the cake when I was deciding that line. Because in my head, if I had Rubied into a Yoshiko or hit a Brainstorm for Yoshiko, I could refresh with 6 cards left in deck at 1-1. And going into the Ruby, I had no way of doing so without overplaying character.
Overplaying a character, because you had what? You had Yoshiko. Was that the turn you still had the Yoshiko runner on the board, right?
Yeah, I guess I might have had a couple of like back row inefficiency slots, but I would have needed to play like Ruby, Yoshiko, Riki. And I wasn't enamored with having 2 back row just be completely useless.
Right.
So I guess in a sense that was kind of like high roll-ish in that I was foregoing the guaranteed selective plus with the Ruby in exchange for potentially hitting off of either the Hanamaru or the Brainstorm. Because had I hit either one, I would have been fine, but I didn't hit either one, so I just had no game after that. That was the first thing. That was the first kind of like path here, and then I think in hindsight, with that second climax combo turn with the Yoshiko, with the mill, with the character climax, I probably still would have done it. My hand was too poor. I needed to find at least another follow-up turn with like either a Chica or a Yo, or something, and it just didn't pan out. So, but like I don't regret it. I think that line I just don't regret. I needed to play against Oth there, but that was that was it from my perspective. It was just like the resource deficit just kind of snowballed out of control, and it didn't obviously. Help matters that you just cancel perfectly at first deck rotation, so I just couldn't do anything. Yeah.
That being said, with the new tool, okay, so like obviously we didn't get to really like show off any like Chica Yo business, but like you guys are used to Chica Yo business, but
well, you never know. A lot of people might be new, but for our old folk here, the 2017
us Weiss boomers, we are more than familiar with Chica Yo. We don't need to see any more Chica Yo nonsense, but like. But as far as the build goes, like we're obviously like, okay, Shana, you guys got to see all the Shana stuff. We don't really need to talk about it too much. We got to show pretty much everything that the deck was able to do with the new cards. I think I played.
Yeah, you played all of them.
Every single one of the new cards. All right, Sunshine is like really what we're here to talk about, though. So there are cards in here that are both new from the Premium Booster as well as the SIF2 set. So we have inclusions like the Level 0 Yo,
which is a new card for us English folks. We also have the Level 0 Mari. So while the Premium Booster originally was intended to be a complete reprint set, for us it's actually a lot of new cards.
Right.
Alongside some reprints like the Hanamaru Brainstorm, like the 2-1 Ruby
2-1 counter,
1-0 Maori if we wanted to run that.
Yeah, but like so definitely the most impactful new inclusion, I think we can all agree, is the Ricky. This card, okay, Ricky is just like good on its own already. Just the ability to set you up for whatever you need at level 1, or maybe even just like find like a missing level 0 or something like that. It's just such a good ability. And what really is the icing on the cake for this card in particular is the fact that the cost clocks from your waiting room. So that's super important, allowing you to clock yourself for turn to go from 1/6 to 2/0, which was previously a gigantic issue for Sunshine. If you get left at 1/6. You can clock to turn to go to 2-0. Ricky, clock the 2-1 Rico from your waiting room.
And then we're gaming.
And gets your Mirai ticket package online. So this is definitely a super strong card, but also we have the new level 1 and level 3 climax combo. I think we would both probably agree that between the two, the more impactful one is the level 1 combo compared to the level 3 Hanamaru.
Yoshiko combo, especially in English when we don't have universal tap self-salvage Brainstorm that can grab us any character of any color. Yoshiko being yellow is really nice because it allows us to use Hanamaru Brainstorm and hit both the Ruby Akatsuki and the level 1 Yoshiko combo. But also alongside that is the fact that they're both on the same color. So we can just go to 1-0 and play all of our level 1s. Whereas in the previous Sunshine deck, we needed to play the 1-0 Chica, which is red, but obviously still needed to play the Ruby, maybe even some builds play the Daya, so you're playing like Mari. So you're playing like 2 to 3 colors, and sometimes it just was very bricky. I think this streamlines the entire process. It was basically everything that the deck really asked for. It just offered more deck control. Sometimes when you're playing the Chica Ruby line, you either go for deck speed or you go for advantage, but not both. But then with Yoshiko, you could go for both. And you could take inopportune non-cancels at level 0 on your first deck rotation. Maybe you got hit to 1-3, 1-4. If you can still speed up your deck rotation and go into refresh, you could go into next turn and just be perfectly at like 2-0, 2-1 into Merit Ticket. Whereas like in Chica, you're like, okay, well, this game, I took a bunch of the damage early game. I'm just going to Merit Ticket at level 2, which is, while still fine, it doesn't offer you that extra compression that allows you to stay at level 2 forever, which is what this deck is really strong at.
Yeah, the Hanamaru, this is something that we discussed previously, but you might not even need to run the Hanamaru combo. Like, previously what Love Live Sunshine tended to do a lot was just run like empty door climax,
Correct.
right? And I definitely think that that is still a viable line of play, considering that the main stars of the show are tending to be the Mirai Ticket Chika Yo combo, and then if you were to run like empty climax, empty secondary climax, you could still run very good off finishers alongside them, like the Mirai Ticket Yoshiko without combo, which is just Musashi. You still have really good cards, and the Hanamaru, while it is not a high investment package to run in the first place, just because you can hold a single copy and just have the climax and you can just go from there, you're also kind of like putting it on yourself to like keep track of Hanamarus and maybe hold the climax. And there's also like no shuffle back either, we're pretty sure, that would help to get those Hanamarus back into the deck so you can actually call them out off of her ability.
Exactly.
So this is one spin that we have taken, but there definitely is the option of still just going for like the empty climax.
For sure, pros and cons. Though, I will say, I really do like the choice triggers here. It was unfortunate that we opened a hand of climaxes and not a single soul trigger, and then our first attack triggered a choice. But normally, this deck has no issue having having a choice trigger, because you have like 20 plus triggers.
Yeah.
So I really do like a choice, because generally speaking, obviously this didn't happen in this game, but hand size is not super big of an issue, because you do have a lot of premium plussing options, and then once you get to Mirai Ticket, you're playing 2 cards for 1 card. So the extra stock is really beneficial. However, there is still some merit in just running empty door. I think you could even consider like Wind, and that could combo with like Mirai Ticket.
And it gives her what, like 2k and a heal or something?
Right. Since if you're playing Yoshiko combo, you ideally want to run some number of level 3 yellow cards. Mirai Ticket is all red, so you could go into the Musashis like you mentioned before, but you could actually play the Wind, and it might not even be that bad. Wind can target things like the 1/1 Yuji. It can activate on it. You can bounce like the 2/1 Shuna, and then that might make your numbers be out of counter range. Incidentally, it just might be good. I'm not really sure if it's worth losing a set of plus triggers, but the option is there. The option is there.
Right. Another thing, going back to that thing about like leveling Musashi for the experience, you don't really want to level the Hanamaru for experience, because you want all of the copies in rotation so that you can consistently be able to call out multiple copies from the deck. And so that is a little bit of like a what's the word? Anti-synergistic. Yeah, it's like it's anti-synergistic with itself, kind of, right?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, if we want the guaranteed burns, then Hanamaru technically does offer guaranteed burns, whereas in Sunshine, a lot of times it is just like, we need to top check to confirm the burn, or we need to have our opponent cancel to confirm the burn. So pros and cons, definitely a lot of... there's a lot of package that comes with the Hanamaru, but this is just one example. I think now that SIF2 is out, Sunshine players are definitely rejoicing at their new update that new cards for the first time in like 7 years. You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy that we can take the shell that was released 7 years ago
and add like
update
5 new cards.
And then it just seems like a real deck again. Like, I'm not really sure what the overall power level is. Like, if you really want to grind Sunshine and test it in the current meta, I don't know if it's good or not. At the very least, I probably wouldn't feel bad taking it to some locals, and Mirai Ticket will just do Mirai Ticket things.
Yep.
But at the very least, it doesn't feel like you need A, B, C, D, and E to go off for you to have a good game with the old build. A lot of liberties are afforded to you now, a lot of extra quality of life options now. Alright, any closing thoughts as we wrap up this SIF2 block?
Yeah, there was some stuff that we obviously didn't get to look at, such as the Love Live OG Neo Standard, because that deck did get some upgrades for sure. It is kind of, even if we wanted to, or even if we were able to take a look at OG Love Live stuff, because like we just don't have the cards to really do it.
Yep.
But even if we wanted to, it would be kind of interesting to see how different the deck would look compared to the Japanese list, because in Japan they have access to the SIF 6th anniversary set, which we do not have here, and there are a lot of really, really good cards from
like,
that
are we
booster.
just going back to we are a single light for our top end still? Or
what new top ends are there?
do we even have a level 3 top end?
It's the standby standby honkers.
We're going through
Like there's new Ellie. New Ellie.
Oh, yeah. But that's 8 gold bar. We played 8 gold bar. I think 8 gold bar SIF has to be stronger than 8 gold bar Love Life.
Yeah, probably.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Like the Ayumu like package is like so strong because you can actually kill ones with zeros. And I am like almost positive that English Love Life up until this point, the zeros are just like no. Maybe we run like we get Nozomi Akatsuki.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of cards that are missing from the School at a Festival 6th anniversary set. That set has some cards for sure.
I think the biggest boon would be if
for that deck too.
Yeah,
also
for
this
every
deck.
deck.
Yeah.
But for Love Life, definitely. Obviously, you would play Love Life if you like Love Life, but it does have Ellie, Stock Troll,
And Stock
Swap, Fumio 2.
For the low price of 6 stock.
For the low, and then we just use We Are a Single Light combo that came out in like 2015, and then we burn one or clock shoot one. But maybe they just die.
Yeah.
But we don't have those cards. Those cards they're not before my time, but I just don't have them in English. So
yeah, I do think that the one biggest tragedy I think of the SIF2 set, for specifically Sunshine, is that the standbys went to OG and Superstar.
Yeah.
Because, like...
It's nice that Love Live got a standby. Like, OG Love Live got standbys, but... Man.
You would play that empty in that deck, probably.
They do play it empty.
I know.
In Japan, when Volume 2 came out, they were literally playing empty standby.
Okay, but I don't know if you would play empty standby in English Love Live, though.
I think that you could maybe play
No,
in
OG. Oh, you're talking about Sunshine?
We're talking about Sunshine.
Oh yeah, Sunshine for sure.
Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. They did play empty standby.
Yeah, no, for sure you would go like 4 choice for empty standby.
Yeah, it's just that
That's fine.
it's like JP Love Live Sunshine has access to 3 standbys that we don't.
Yeah. I mean, obviously this set wasn't designed with
English
in mind.
Yeah.
We have like School Idol Festival, Love Live Sunshine Extra Booster, nothing. Love Live Premium, SIF2.
Yeah.
So we work with what we have, and honestly, it is pretty fun to do these deck building experiments and just work with what we have.
I mean, like,
but there are obviously some holes.
I mean, like just Mirai Ticket, just as a package in general, like sometimes it just rolls people for fun.
And sometimes games are just non-games. You're like, oh, I top check, it's 3, burn 3.
Literally, like, there's no worse feeling than being against Mirai Ticket behind in damage, and then they Rico, and they're like, oh, a 3, and it's just like, dude, kill me, just kill me.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah. Overall, I think SIF is definitely a treat for Love Live fans. Even though some of the individual bands do not get to play their own mono decks in workable capacities, like Superstar and
Niji.
Layla?
Superstar is Layla. Superstar is Layla.
Superstar, Niji, Sunshine,
OG.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's those 4.
Yeah,
yes.
so Niji and Superstar. Superstar more so than Niji, I would imagine. At least we have cards for them, and you can put them in your decks. You just have to mix the other idols. I'm sure all Love Livers and they're okay with running all the franchises. And it's a breath of fresh air. I think a lot of newcomers to Weiss that literally didn't start in the Stone Ages just have not been able to find Love Live cards. Like if you wanted to play Sunshine was super expensive. Love Live just didn't exist. But now, at the very least, even if you can't like play the Merit Ticket stuff, you can still play SIF Neo Standard, and hopefully the builds that we showed you guys through this content block got your creative juices flowing, and gave you some deck ideas to build off of. We're not going to say, and this is going to be the meta breaker, but I think for what it is perfectly fine and perfectly fun to play and build with. So yeah, we should wrap it up there. We had quite a long post-game discussion.
I mean, as is usual with our last game of every block, I think.
Yeah, coming up, we do have one of my favorite sets of 2024. It is So no Free Run. This is a set, I know I kind of say this very often. I say I'm very excited to explore this set, but like this is my set. Like I have grinded this set since it came out earlier this year in JP, and as someone that really loves the anime, I could not be happier with the direction that they took the set, both in terms of its power level and of the numerous flavorful cards that are present in the set. So stay tuned for that. We're going to bring you guys all the usual content, product openings, deck discussions, gameplay videos. But until next time, thank you guys for sticking around until the very end. This has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channel, signing off the SIF2 content block, and we'll see you guys later this week for Free Run.
Bye!
Bye!